Good morning, students. Today the date is June 12 and the day is Friday. I hope you all are well and safe at home. Students, today we will continue with chapter number 6, exercise 6.3. Firstly, we will discuss some points to be remembered for the same. First definition is square root. Square root is the inverse operation of squares, and it is denoted by the symbol square root. This is the symbol to denote square root. Here, as we have discussed in the previous exercise, how to find out the square of given number. If I want to find the square of 1, then I will simply multiply 1 with 1, as the square number is the product of a number by itself. Square of 2 is 4, square of 3 is 9. This thing we have done in the previous exercise also. Now, square root is the inverse operation of square number. Here I have all these square numbers, as you know, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81. All these are the perfect square numbers. So, if I want to take the square root of these numbers, then the square root of 1 will be 1, square root of 4 will be 2. As the square of 2 is 4, so we can say that square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 16 is 4. In this manner, we can find the square root of the given square number. Next is, students, one thing more. Suppose if I find the square of plus 9, then it will be 9 multiplied by 9 is equal to 81. If I find the square of minus 9, then it will again minus 9 multiplied by minus 9 is equal to 81. Now the square of 9 and minus 9, both are 81. So when we will find out the square root, it is the inverse operation of the square number. So then we can say that square root of 81 is equal to either plus 9 or minus 9. So the square root of a given number can be a positive number or a negative number. Question number 1. Question number 1 is, what could be the possible ones digit of square root of the following number? Students, this topic we also did in case of square numbers. Now we want to find out the ones digit, that is unit digit. If I will take the square root of 9801. Now I have shown you the chart of square roots of the given numbers. Students, these are the square numbers and these are their square roots. Now you can see that if I have any number with the unit digit 1, then the square root can be 1 or 9. As 81 is also having 1 at its unit digit, and the numbers which will have 1 at its unit digit, that will also be have 1, and both the numbers which are 1 at its unit digit, then the square root of that number will be either 1 or 9. So we can say that from this chart, the unit digit of square root 9801 will be equal to 1 or 9, as the number which will have 1 at its unit digit, the square of that number will be 1. This is same for 9. Now see for next part 99856. Now again I'll show you the chart. Now here I will find the numbers which are having 6 at its unit digit. You can see from here 16 is having 6 at its unit digit and 36 is also having 6 at its unit digit. So we can say that the square root will have unit digit either 4 or 6. So we can say that the unit digit of square root 99856 is equal to 4 or 6. Question number 2. Without doing any calculation, find the numbers which are perfectly not perfect squares. Now, students, in the previous exercise, we have did the property that a square number cannot have 2, 3, 7, 8 as its unit digit. The square numbers with unit digit 2, 3, 7, 8 are not the perfect square. So we will simply see what is the unit digit and we will write the answer, that is the number is perfect square or not. We need not to do any kind of calculations, as here the unit digit of the given number is 3. So a perfect square cannot have 3 as its unit digit. So 153 is obviously not perfect square. So simply we will write unit digit is equal to 3. A perfect square cannot have 3 as its unit digit, which is the required reason. Now for the next part 257, again we will see the unit digit. Unit digit is 7, so we will write here unit digit is equal to 7, and again the reason will be same. Instead of 3 here we will write 7. A perfect square cannot have 7 as its unit digit, which is the required reason. In this type of questions we need not to do any kind of calculations. We will simply see the unit digit of the given number. Question number 3. Question number 3 is find the square root of 100 by the method of repeated subtractions. Students, in the previous exercise 6.1, we write the perfect square numbers as the sum of consecutive odd natural numbers. Now, when we need to find out the square root of given square number by repeated subtraction method, we will do the inverse of that method. As we did for finding the square root, we do the inverse operation of square number. Now what we will do in this method, we will subtract odd natural numbers, consecutive numbers starting from 1 until we get the answer 0. Now I will find out the square root as I have 100. I have to find out the square root of 100. Now I'll subtract 1 from 100. It will be 99. Next odd natural number is 3. 99 minus 3 is 96. In the same manner, I'll subtract the odd natural numbers. Now I get 96 here. Next is 5. 96 minus 5 is 91. Now 91 minus 7, it will be 84. 84 minus 9, it will be 75. 75 minus 11, it is 64. 64 minus 13, it will be 51. Now 51 minus 15, it is 36. 36 minus 17, it will be 19. 19 minus 19 is equal to 0. Students, in this question, we will subtract the odd natural numbers until we get the answer 0. Now we will count in how many steps we get the 0. This is the first step, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have done this in 10 steps. So the square root of 100 is equal to 10. In how many steps I got the answer as 0? That will be the square root of the given number. And the students, make it sure we are not to skip any number between these odd numbers, as we have to take the sequence. After 1, the next odd natural number is 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, up to so on, until we get the answer as 0. Next question is, find the square root of the following numbers by prime factorization method. Students, in your previous classes you have did the topic of prime factorization. Prime factorization is basically to find the factors of the given number by using prime numbers only. As we know that the prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Prime numbers are basically the numbers which are divisible by their self only. 2 is the only prime number. Then after that all are odd numbers. In prime factorization, we start division from 2 if the given number is even. Otherwise 3, 5, 7, 11, you can use the divisibility test of the numbers, whether the given number is divisible by 2, 3, 5, by which number it is divisible. Now here I have 729, and we can see from the question that 729 is an odd number, so it cannot be divisible by 2. So the first prime number 2 is not. We will start from the another one. Here I'll write 729. Now for 3, what I will do, the divisibility test for 3 is, if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the given number is also divisible by 3. As 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 is divisible by 3, so 729 is also divisible by 3. 729 divisible by 3. 3 2's the 6. 1 carry 12. 3 4's the 12. 9. 3 3's the 9. 243. Now 243 is again divisible by 3. 2 plus 4 6. 6 plus 3 9. 9 is divisible by 3. So here 3 8's the 24. 3 1's the 3. Now 81, it is again divisible by 3. Now here is 27. 9 3 is the 27. 3 3 is the 9. 3 1 is the 3. Here I got the prime factors of 729. Now how to find out the square root? Here I'll write 729 in square root as I have to find out the square of 729. Now I will write the prime factors of 729. Here you can count how many 3's are there. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now I'll make the pairs of the prime factors 1, 2, 3. Students, when we find out the square root of given number, then we will take 1 3 out of 2. That is, out of the square root, I'll write here 3. These are 2 3's. Out of these 2 3's, I'll write here 1 3. Similarly, from the next group, one more and this one. Now, 3 3 is the 9, 9 3 is the 27. So, the square root of 729 is 27. You can check by the product of 27 by 27. Next part is 400. Again, we are to find out the square root of 400 by the method of prime factorization. Now, I'll find the prime factors. As 400 is an even number, so firstly I will start from 2. 400 divided by 2 is 200. 200 divided by 2 is 100. Again it is divisible by 2, so 200 divided by 2 is 50. Again divide by 2. 50 divided by 2 is 25. Now 25 is an odd number and 5 plus 2 is 7. So this number is not divisible by 3. The next prime number is 5. So I'll divide it by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So 5 ones the 5. Now write down the prime factors of 400. Square root of 400 is equal to, write down 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. 4 times 2 is there and 2 times 5 is there. As we are to find out the square root, so firstly I'll make the pairs and write one number from each pair. Here is 2, then next 2, then next is 5. So 2 2's the 4, 4 5's the 20. So the square root of 400 is 20 is the right answer. Next part is 1764. Again in this part we are to find out the square root of 1764 by the method of prime factorization. Here as 1764 is an even number, so I'll start division from 2. 2 8 the 16, 1 carry 1 6, 2 8 the 16, 4, 2 2's the 4. Again divide by 2. 2 4's the 8, 2 4's the 8, 2 1's the 2. Now 441 is an odd number. I'll check whether it is divisible by 3. 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. 9 is divisible by 3. So 441 will also be divisible by 3. So here 3 1's the 3, 1 carry 14, 3 4's the 12, 2 carry 2 1 21, 3 7's the 21. Now 147 is again divisible by 3. So 3 4's the 12, 2 carry 2 7's the 2 7 is 27. So 3 nines the 27. So here it is 49. 49 is not neither divisible by 3 nor divisible by 5. It is divisible by 7. So 7 sevens the 49. 7 ones the 7. Here write the prime factors of 1, 7, 6, 4. That is, we will always write these in the square roots as we wish to find out the square root of 1764. So 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 into 7. Now make the pairs. Pairs are always with the same numbers. We cannot make the pair of 2 with 3. It must be with, if I have one number 2, then other should also be 2. 3 and 3, 7 and 7. Here 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. 3 2s the 6. 6 7s the 42. So the square root of 1764 is 42. So students, this is all about exercise 6.3, question number 1 to 4. Complete your work and ask your problems in the comment box. Thank you.